Hey guys, it's B and don't mind the hair. I am just got out of the shower and I'm in a hurry. I've got to go. But I wanted to do this tutorial for you, and it is basically a smoky eye, and this is for a prom request. I couldn't think of the word, but a prom request, and so to have a smoky eye but also a pop of color on the lower lash line, which you can totally skip. Of course, you don't have to use this just for prom. This is a typical smoky eye that you can do. It's really easy. I use mainly drugstore products, I think. Everything that you can find at the drugstore, and I made it super simple using sponge tip applicators, and I think I just used one extra brush or something like that. Yeah. So I hope you guys like it, and here's the tutorial. So I already primed my eye with Jessie's Girl Primer, and you can find this at Rite in the Jessie's Girl cosmetic section. That'll help the eyeshadows from budging and creasing throughout the night, so it'll help it stay and the colors to be more vibrant. Next, as a base, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Studio Trio. This is a cream trio, and this one is in Rose Revolution, and we're going to use these two colors right here. So I'm going to grab this color right here, and I'm going to place that all over my lid with my finger. And this is just going to help the colors pop a little bit more. I'm going to take this dark brown right here, and I'm just going to use this on the outer corner. Just blend that with your fingers. I am going to take a small shader brush like this and go into that orangey gold color and put this on the inner corner of my eye on my lower lash line. Make sure those edges are blended really well. Next, I'm going to be going into my Wet n Wild palette in Blue Had Me at Hello, and I'm going to take this silvery blue color right here, and all I'm going to do is take my sponge tip applicator, and I'm just going to put that on the belly of my sponge tip applicator. Grab a lot of product and place this all over my inner lid and about like to the end of your iris. I'm going to flip that sponge tip applicator to the other side, and I'm going to grab this shimmery highlight color right here. I'm just going to take a tiny bit and place that right under my brow bone as a highlight. Then I'm going to go into this beautiful sparkly black. There's also a matte black in this, but I'm going to go with the sparkly because sparkles are always fun. And I'm going to take the brush side of the applicator, and I'm going to dab that in there. This is very pigmented, so tap off the excess and just place that on the outer third of your lid. And just blend, blend, blend. Then you're going to want to turn it this way and blend it inward. And this is going in my crease, but it's also going a little bit above my crease as well. And what I'm doing is I'm actually kind of making like a V shape. I'm not keeping it super rounded because this is what's going to make it a little bit more flattering than just having a rounded to your eye. You want to kind of bring it upward and make a V shape. Next, I'm actually going to take another sponge tip applicator. This is just an extra one from another palette. And I'm going to go back into the sparkly black color. I'm just going to get a little bit right on the tip of it. And I'm going to go deepen up that lash line. Next, to blend the edges, I'm going to be using this Maybelline single in Earthy Taupe. I don't know if they still have this, but just use whatever color would be, any color that you have that would be a good blending color so that these edges, these black edges, are not so harsh. This palette does not have anything that's blendable. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and you can really just use any kind of brush to do this, and I'm just going to grab some of that color, and I'm going to blend these edges right here, just to soften it and blend it very nicely so there's a nice transition. You can also blend around the edges as well until you get the blended effect that you like. If you went a little too far with that black, just grab a little bit more of that silver and just pack it back on there, and then just blend that again. Before we move on to eyeliner, I want to give an option of adding a little bit of color to this so it's not just a typical black smoky eye. So if you want, I'm going to use the color orange, a tangerine orange that I have in this on this eye as well, and I'm just using my Covergirl Quad in Tropical Fusion, and I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm just going to use, once again, the sponge tip applicator, and I'm just going to grab some of that on the edge. And then I'm just going to go on that lower lash line. And this is just going to give a pop of color. And I'm going to go about halfway. Of course, you could even use teal. You could use blue. You could use whatever color you'd like on that lower lash line. That's a great way to add a pop of color without the whole lid having color. And it's very, very easy. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline Line Stiletto and line my upper lash line. And I do have a tutorial on how to use liquid liner. And I did wing it out. It's a little bit more of a dramatic liner look. Next, I'm going to line my lower lash line and waterline with just a black eyeliner. And you can also line your tight line. I'm going to go into that matte black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take an angled eyeliner brush. I'm just going to dab that on the edge, and I'm going to set that eyeliner on the lower lash line, and I'm going to bring it down just a tiny bit. This will help it last all night and add some smokiness. So just kind of bring it down just a tiny bit. Next, to add some sparkle, I'm going to use my Hard Candy glitter liner, and I'm going to put this on my inner corner and to about halfway. I'm not going to go all the way because I don't want to lighten up this dark area right here. Plus, the most flattering place to put glitter is not necessarily all the way across your eye, but in this inner corner right here. So that's where I'm going to put that, on top of that black liner. And that just adds a nice sparkle effect. Another glitter liner that I'm going to use is this Essence glitter liner. I think this was like $1.99 at Ulta, and it's this pretty apricot peachy color, and it goes great with that tangerine that I put underneath on the lower lash line. This is just going to add a little bit more sparkle. And I'm just going to put that on the inner tear duct and on that inner lower lash line. And this just makes the eyes open up and pop a little bit more. Because smoky eyes have a tendency to kind of close your eyes, this kind of just brightens it and opens it up a little bit more and accents that tangerine color. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a couple of coats of mascara. Okay guys, so that's the finished look, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope that was helpful for you. For my lips, I just used my Revlon Colorburst lipstick in Soft Nude, and it looks just like that. And because this is such a smoky eye, I just wanted to do a neutral lip, but you can also just use color if you want. And on top of that, I'm using my NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Beige Pearl, and it just looks like that. And it's just a nice creamy nude lip. For my foundation, I did use my Revlon Colorstay, which I'm loving because this lasts a long time, and if you get hot and sweating and all that good stuff, this is going to help you last through the night. Plus, it has a lower SPF in it. It's SPF like 6, and you want to use something with a lower SPF because when you're doing flash photography, you're taking lots of pictures, you know, I think it affects how you look in your pictures or something like that. Make sure you use a lot of coverage because you're taking those pictures. Use a wet sponge or a wet brush to apply this. It'll help it give a less cakey feel and go on really, really smooth. For my bronzer and my cheeks, I just used my e.l.f. Contouring palette, and I just used the bronzer and the blush. And also for a highlight, all I used was my Wet n Wild palette and Walking on Eggshells, and I just used the shimmery color right there to highlight my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And yeah, I think that is it. So anyway, if you have any other questions or anything like that, or if you have other questions, if you have any questions, just comment below. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you guys have a fabulous prom.